Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the last episode of this season. I remain your loyal and football loving Arsenal fan, Obina, and we have quite a number of people in the house today. So I guess we can start with Sheung, our resident hater.
Uh, Hello, everyone. Welcome to season 3, episode 33, the curtain closer for this season. Wow. We gas clap for everybody. Everybody has tried this season. Obin actually tried this season more than last season. So
What do you mean by that?
he
No,
tried. But
live.
there was
See,
a hold on. There was a time that Olu was the one that was standing in the gap for you. So you guys said Olu money. You guys said it was Olu
no,
or
Olu is my city brother. So I, I I appreciate that. He's supporting
buy
his
him
fellow.
dinner.
Ah, I have people I buy dinner
I
for.
take money to Cash App,
No, no,
Zelle,
no, no. Thank you,
everything, Venmo.
you. Will like thank you. You will like that. You like me telling you.
But yeah, I honestly I need to appreciate everyone, all the guests that have come, Tolu, Olu, Big Bamo, and Tolu, everybody that have been able to make this podcast a success. Because honestly, wouldn't have been able to do it alone. Aside from me chasing Obina around, Obina decided to do Uber this season. I don't know.
No,
Half of the
no,
time he's
no,
always in the car
it's
delivering or picking people up.
no. That's not correct. It's called chasing money, man. It's called literally chasing money. So,
Everybody's
but
chasing money. Yeah.
no, Shey, you're a
But be
big
like,
boy. It's sponsoring
thank
my
people now.
lifestyle.
Thank your fans now.
No, no,
Although
no.
it's been a good season,
No, we
honestly.
appreciate you guys. Thank you all for listening. This was an interesting season, and we're glad we could all share it and experience it together. We look forward to an even more interesting and a far better season next season. So stick around. We have a lot of things planned, but thank you all for listening this year. And yeah, let's
But do
dive
you
right.
know? This is our second and a half season on this podcast. I mean, you
Wow,
can say the first season was like half, but I say 3 seasons. We did
wow.
it too.
We did. We've. They didn't start calling us Apple Podcast, Spotify. You guys are ready to sign that contract now.
And Obina, guess what? Apparently, they said podcasts don't last the first season. They don't go beyond first season. So we did it.
No,
I
we.
think they even say it's lower than that. It's like 10 episodes or something like that.
Oh
No,
wow.
no, wow, no, wow. We can't be that. We've gone far. We've gone
We'll go
far.
far, man. We'll go far. We'll go
And it's
far.
all because of you guys. You guys that do the show. And
Yeah.
those of you that listen as well. So we are grateful. We all just it's just banter here, but we hope you guys have as much fun as we do. And you also get some good engagement from the different topics and sometimes heated arguments that we have.
Why they laugh?
No, because sometimes you just start to say some things that are ridiculous. But anyway,
I see. Now you the cousin. Now you the cousin. Now you the cousin.
Both of you can't
um,
even get through an intro in peace.
you see, these are the issues. These are the issues. But yeah, welcome back to Olu as well. Shout out to you. We appreciate you, Olu. Shout out to you as well, or Femi. So yeah.
Obina, Tolu has his own show now, and he has it on video too. So
Yeah.
shout out to
Okay,
our inspiration.
we can do plugin as well.
Yes, now. Yes, now.
I'll plug this on this thing. It's actually something that I've been wanting to do for years now, and I think I got really bullied to do it really, and so far so good. It's just something to
what,
do. What I'm
what?
doing on video is something I do in group chats anyway. I might as well just put it on the format.
Wait, so what's your show called?
It's called Ball IQ Pod. So the whole idea behind it is review. So I mean, just like pretty much you guys here, like how I watch football is, I notice it's kind of different from most. I watch it like tactically, like okay, what are these guys trying to do? Is it working? Is it not working? What could they do better? So yes, there's the news and recaps and stuff like that, but the main objective of the show is recapping like the game of the week tactically. So showing
Mm,
like formations and styles of play and what works,
mm.
what didn't every week. So that's
Oh,
pretty much.
and I guess when you say game of the week, do you reserve it to just the Premier League, or you scan across, maybe the top five
Yeah,
leagues, or even Nigerian league,
yeah,
for
I mean,
example?
any not just Premier League. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
that's good.
a Real Madrid
Look,
fan. My
oh yeah,
cousin
that's
who I
true.
live
Yes.
with is a Chelsea fan. Obviously, there's Champions League, there's
Mm.
Nations. This week it'll probably be the Nations League and the final, the UEFA one. Like,
You have to pick today's game.
yeah, today's game was crazy. But I mean, I
I
don't.
mean,
It
there's still
depends
final
on
now.
it depends
Nah,
on how the final goes as well. So.
Mm.
I suggest you do both then because
Yeah, that's the thing though.
It's gonna be
Like
fire.
I
yeah,
mean,
nah.
I know like Sean, when I talk to Sean often, like the I mean, we can all talk about this game all day.
Yeah.
That's the real blocker there. Whereas like what to reserve,
What
like
to
just
yeah.
hitting the high points and stuff like that. Because
Mm.
if you leave everyone. Even everyone on this episode right now, we can just keep talking and talking and talking
Yeah.
about the game.
Yeah.
So, but it's been fun. It's been good.
Yeah, so Tolu said something about watching game tactically. Omo, I will not lie you. I honestly do not enjoy watching game tactically. I just want to enjoy football. I don't want to just enjoy
No,
the surface level and all that. But now it's difficult to watch
though
games
you can't watch games
without.
just for the fun of it anymore.
Nah.
I know
But,
I'm not. I
yeah.
don't enjoy football anymore in that sense because now I'm watching that. Oh, it's supposed to pass this way. Okay, what formation? Why is this person playing? Like Marino was playing. Like off. What's it called? What that guy's name? I cannot pronounce his name. It was
Ojaba,
playing.
Oyasaba.
Ozeba,
Yeah, whatever his
Oyasaba
name
is
is.
crazy.
It was playing off as
Oyasaba. Yeah.
Yeah.
as a false nine. There's those kind of things. I don't want to be thinking about those things. Let me enjoy football. Dribble, score. That's
But
the end. Referee give us a yellow card.
So come and watch me
But
play. Come and watch me play if you want to enjoy football like that.
mm,
there's beauty in that too, though. I think I understand what you're saying, Sean. I think
Yeah.
like
That's
I
the
mean growing
romantic side.
yes. Like
Yeah.
growing up we like for example, I'll give you an example. I'm a Real Madrid diehard Real Madrid fan. I can't bring myself to hate Lamine Yamal because
Yeah.
players
Yeah.
like him is the reason I love the
Why
game
you
anyway.
sorry no.
So,
yeah.
I understand where it's like you just want to watch people, artists paint. But the game of ours now, whether we like it or not, is tactical. It's always been tactical, to be fair, but it's even more tactical now. So,
Yeah. But ask me for my song of the week now. What's your problem?
Yeah, no. We have Samuel in the house as well. Welcome, Sam. Uh, how are you feeling, man? Champion of the Premier League this season.
You know. Challenge, but
Also,
yeah, I'm good.
commiserations and apologies. Really quickly before you go in, obviously we all saw the attack in Liverpool. Let's start off with that. So, hopefully no one actually passed away, but yeah, horrific scenes. So yeah, Sam, the floor is yours.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Do you want me to talk about the
I
event
guess we can
or
touch on it later on. I just wanted to
yeah?
introduce you, let the people know that you're here as a champion. Uh,
You know the vibe.
all right, Sean, what's your song of the week?
My song of the week is is Love by
Uh,
Keyshia Cole.
oh
are
my,
you
are
in
you
love?
kidding?
Are you in love?
I'm serious. If I
Sing
play
it for
for
us now.
this
Sing it
week,
for us.
Yeah, are you in love?
no, no, I
Ah,
don't
Are you
don't
sing
telling us
now.
something?
don't make it
No.
JACL. Don't make it
Yeah,
CL.
Why? Okay, well,
Wow.
why is that your song of the week? Though, what about it?
So I have a DJ gig with Sam this weekend. So part of the songs that they give us that they expect us to
Play?
I've seen recommendations, old songs, and it's just a song that when you play it, black men always want to sing along. It's like a black men karaoke song.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it comes on, you see black men going in hard on it. So I'm like, okay, this is my song of the week, and it goes with the mood for the weekend. So weekend is coming. It's gonna be rain, but we'll be working. But it's
That's
gonna
weather
rain.
for two.
I'm outside working, so I don't know if it's weather for two, but it's gonna rain.
Okay. Rain dollars.
This guy, I beg, please,
Okay.
please.
Okay. All right. So I guess the sequence is pretty standard. So
Yeah.
you guys, what were your events or what caught your attention this week?
Hold on, before you start talking football. So I'm going to ask everybody this question. Imagine around like 11:30 p.m. I call each of you and I say, I just want to tell you good night. How will you guys react?
Get the hell out of
Yeah.
my phone.
I'm like, did you hit your head?
Sam, how will you react?
Somebody did it to me now.
Who did it to you?
I said, "Are you okay?"
No, wait, Sam. What's wrong with that questioning?
Somebody I normally talk to, not one day. I've known for 20 years of my life. Not one day has this person said good night to me. Guy. Something must be wrong. The first question was like, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah.
Maybe somebody's like,
What's
"It's
wrong?
a call point."
This is why they say
A
that
code.
there's
Maybe not code.
the male loneliness epidemic. So was he a guy, by the way? Let me just make sure.
Yes, no.
So why can't a guy show affection and tell you good night?
To be honest,
Yeah.
if somebody called me, if my guy called me, tell me good night, I would think something is
He's
wrong
about
with
to
him.
die.
Like
He's
he's about
about
to
to
die.
die.
I'll worry. Like, is everything okay? Like, did you just find out some bad news from the doctor? Like, what is happening?
Are you on that duress? Did they kidnap you?
Yeah, stuff like that.
In fact, let me take it one notch up. Someone said, how will you react if your guy calls you in the morning and said, have you had breakfast? Like, he calls you good morning and says, have you had breakfast? Yeah, have you eaten? You guys are just, I don't know, man.
I don't know. To be fair,
You guys
if
are...
it depends on who. If my guy, I have my buddy that lives like down, like literally beside me. If he calls me, you don't chop. Now me say food day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a different. But if Obina calls me from wherever he is and say, "Have you had breakfast?" I'll be like, "Hello, excuse me. I don't know whether that Tolu girl you they try call.
I talked to the right person.
I don't know."
That's funny. But yeah, it's a TikTok what's it called?
Friend.
Challenge that people have been doing around, and it's so hilarious the way people are reacting to it. Because I think the funniest I've seen is the Jamaican ones. Oh,
Oh,
that's so hilarious. It's so hilarious. It's so funny. Well, that's my one of the events of the week for me.
Okay.
What's yours?
My event of the week. That's a good question. Okay, well, I don't really like the guy, but I guess he's almost 40 and he's still trying. Cristiano Ronaldo
Oh,
scored.
oh.
So we have to give. They say when elders are trying, you still have to give a clap for them. So there's an old man in Portugal, and he wants to keep playing. I guess he has 937 goals now, right?
Damn it.
Which is actually a lot, but he's playing for 1,000, and I think he's derailing the teams that he's playing for. But
That's not discussion for today, please. I'm not ready to have that discussion
let me
today.
land before you kill me now.
I don't know whether I'm welcome on this podcast or not. You should let me know if I'm
It's
welcome.
Obina. It's always saying
Am
that
I
nonsense.
welcome?
No, you're
It's Obina
welcome.
always saying it.
You're welcome
Obina
here,
always
but
saying it.
this is a safe space, so everyone should feel comfortable expressing their ideas, whether or not people agree. So this old man, I mean, I guess some people think some people like him a lot, but on a serious note, and I bring him up for two reasons actually. Um, the first is obviously congratulations to him for scoring yet another goal.
A
Even
winning goal.
okay, the winning goal, I guess. Okay, it was the winning goal actually, but congratulations to him. Now there are rumors that he's going to leave Al Hilal and he might come to the US.
Anas.
Al
Nasser.
Nasser, sorry, Al
Yeah.
Nasser, not Al Hilal. Yeah, that's right. And he might come to the US, and they're saying he might.
Obina. God. Okay.
What?
Continue. Continue.
No.
Continue.
What?
Continue. 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 Just continue. I'm
No,
listening.
but where I'm going is so he has a case in the United States. No, we
So you said you
explore
guys are okay.
all breath. So we're interested to see if
It's
you
you
can
guys
make
are okay.
if you can make it out here. I'm eagerly waiting to see. In fact, there's also the World Cup
uh,
next year here. I'm also eagerly waiting to see
so you got
if
wait for him at the airport. You got wait for
if
him at the
they'll,
airport.
they'll hook
This
him
is going
at
to
the
land.
But anyway, no. On a serious note, on a serious
God.
note, congrats to him. Uh, look forward to the final, and then look forward to him
God.
next summer if he's going to be here. I rest my case.
On a better note,
Yes.
he has now officially scored more goals after 30 than
Yeah.
a certain
Yeah. So
Harry Kane has in his whole career.
in his entire career, which is
Oh, Jesus Christ.
impressive. Which is impressive.
Wow.
That is
But
what we
Um,
should be talking about,
but
Obina.
how many of them are tappings?
Do
I mean,
you
if
see?
even this got that pin, even this got that pin, you'd have gone to penalties now, and they
Question.
probably have lost that game. So
I know
Well, a tapping
Sean
is
they
a
play
goal. Don't
ball.
mind me. Don't mind me.
I know Sean they play ball. I don't know about Olu and Samuel, but
everybody on this podcast,
everybody play
they play
ball.
ball.
I don't
Everybody,
know who are
yeah.
who are the strikers here, but the strikers will let you know
None of
that
us.
tapping is not like there's an art to
It's not
getting
base. It's
there
not
to tap.
base. Yeah, getting
Yeah.
in position. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
I just wanted
Okay,
to.
so I want to say something very silly. Somebody became a Newcastle fan because he saw Alan Pardew headbutt another player on the touchline.
What?
Yeah. So that was his inspiration. Everybody has their own inspiration for becoming a fan. Obina became a fan because of Kanu.
Yeah.
That's why I became an Arsenal fan.
Papilo.
Because of Papilo. So that man say became a Newcastle fan because of Alan Pardew. But so I want to say something very silly and funny. Everybody was saying that Lamine Yamal, whatever his name is, will be winning Balon d'Or. Why are you laughing? Will be Balon d'Or, right?
Mm.
So something just occurred to me that if Messi was seen playing in Europe,
Mm.
I can bet $1,000 that he'll probably be second or even win the Balon d'Or.
Ahead of
Because
Yamin, yes.
yes, because of how scarce talent is right now. Because see, honestly,
No.
just imagine
Hold on.
Messi having a good season.
Let me ask you a question. Are you saying that they will just give it to Messi because it's Messi and not because of his ability?
They've done it.
Or
They've done it. They've done it. They've
when have
done
they
it.
done that?
The last one that he won, it was not because of what he did.
Sure.
You and I know that. You know that.
No. Speak for yourself, please. I don't know that actually.
Okay. It's okay. It's fine. But I'm just saying that because of the popularity that Messi has, I can 100% bet that he will be the lowest he will become would have been second, and he has higher chance of even winning it.
No.
Because now everybody has concluded that young man, 17-year-old, first, the youngest to win the Ballon d'Or now, is like prime position to win it.
Hold on. I don't know that everyone has concluded that he winning. He's a candidate, but I actually don't think that it's concluded because
Okay. Is he favorite?
even that
Not really.
I don't think so.
Because of Dembele now.
Yeah, exactly.
Dembele is still there.
Yeah.
So it
Because-
also depends on like Dembele's performance in like the World Club, whatever
Club
that's
World
going to
Cup,
happen. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
why are we forgetting Rafinha though?
There's
Rafinha, I'm gonna
Rafinha
bring us.
and exactly. So it's
Even
those three.
Salah, like I think a lot of people just
Salah
forget
fell off.
Salah. Like,
Salah fell off towards the end of the season, in my opinion.
but
So,
if you look at his numbers, he has the craziest amongst every one of them.
Actually,
So-
is that correct?
Yeah,
Oh,
he has,
facts.
but
It's a
outside of
fact.
that,
he does.
outside of that, like
does.
I would go further with the distance at which other players got to in other competitions. That's the only factor.
So, what were you referring to?
What am I
In
referring
terms
to?
of
What do you mean?
stats. You mentioned
Oh,
that he has the
Salah,
best
Salah,
stats.
Salah. Like he has the craziest numbers amongst all of them.
Yeah.
But you can
So-
also, in terms of what Samuel is saying, like in terms of going the farthest, man, PSG won it, man. So the team that ended up winning it was the team that knocked them out. You know?
So here's the thing, right? I think that is my postulation.
Hold on.
I think
Wait,
a
hold
lot
on.
of
Salah,
things.
guys, hold on. Salah's goals and assists this season is 49, right? Sorry, 47. No.
That's just in Prem.
40 something in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, we're not going to add Carabao now.
The
But
Champions
okay,
League
let's
now.
just use
What's
the
wrong with
league.
you?
We're just saying the league in
Actually,
just
no,
the
no.
league.
Yeah, 47. Dembele has 49.
Dembele's 49. Is that overall or which one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but we are
Yeah, but
saying Salah's one
that's
is
not
just
just League
in
One.
league, in just the Premier League.
Let me
And
let's go ahead. I'll compare that. No, because I don't disagree. I think there were 5 exceptional players this season, right? Dembele, Salah, Rafinha,
Yamal.
Yamin, and then I'll add Saka. I'm just kidding. No. Anyway, go ahead.
But so, in as much as I agree with all of you, I agree that those are like candidates. But sometimes this thing is popularity contest,
Yeah.
and now the press they are really pushing it now, really pushing his name. Oh, I mean, this is, I mean, did that one. So that's why I just feel like it's like a foregone conclusion. But we'll see. But I feel like he's a favorite. That me personally, that's what I just
I mean,
think.
I
I don't know
think.
what.
I mean, I agree with you, Shum. I think he's the favorite because of there's a PR behind him, but that boy they play ball. I beg, like
No, the
that
boy, the
boy,
boy is, the boy is incredible. He's
that
incredible.
boy
See,
is a
and I think
problem.
that's the. I think we're all not detesting that he can play, right? I think the main question is who had the best overall season.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
You know.
another thing I was going to say, and I think we should be careful here with the statistics because I've seen games that Yamal again. Just for context, I'm a Real Madrid fan. This brings no pleasure to me whatsoever. But I see games where Yamal is playing. He doesn't have a goal. He doesn't have an assist, but he
Mm-hmm.
absolutely terrorized the whole team and was pretty much instrumental in them winning games. So I mean, there's a lot of games like just eye test, right? Like yes, Dembele had a good statistical year. Same with Salah, but like Lamine Yamal's influence on games goes beyond GNA at this
So,
stage.
You
I
don't think
agree.
the same of
I, I
Salah and
actually I was going to say yeah, Dembele.
Dembele?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
that's the
I
case for
don't
Dembele.
see. I
Salah.
mean, and again, these are players. I mean, like you said, you can make a case for any of them, and you won't be wrong. But however, for me, I think that Salah, for example, Dembele as well, they are more. Their cases are more statistical. I think with
Mm,
Yamal, his influence kind of transcends statistics. It's just like what we are saying earlier, Shion, about like you want to watch football for the fun of. I think Yamal gives you both. Yes, yeah, it can give you GNA, and it can give you like goodness. This guy is a problem kind of thing. So that's why I kind of like again. I would be happy if he doesn't win it, but if he wasn't a Barcelona player, I would be wanting him to win it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so part of the reason why I brought Tolu onto this podcast today because people be challenging me outside, challenging my football knowledge. Sometimes they are right, sometimes they are wrong. I want to talk about Ronaldo at Real Madrid, and quickly, please help me.
Mm.
Ronaldo is first 3 seasons. When did he get out of Champions League?
When did he get out? Like,
Yes,
what do you
when
mean
he get
out?
knocked out.
Oh, knocked out. Oh,
Knocked
round of
out.
I
16
mean,
now.
round of 16
First 3 seasons.
Yeah, it
up
was round of
until
16.
yeah, up until
Mourinho came in.
2011. Yeah, Mourinho 2011. So 2011 we
So that
got
was only 1 season.
no, that's two because 2011
It was
we knocked out of it
Mhm.
came 2009. We got knocked out round of 16 the first two if I remember correctly, then we lost to Barcelona the first time in the 2011, then to Bayern next, then he won it.
all semi-finals.
Yes, those two they were Mourinho semi-finals. Yeah.
Yes, and the first one was round of 16
Yes,
to
to
Lyon.
like Lyon or someone stupid.
Lyon, yes. So it was only one time.
I think twice. I feel like it's twice
Was
because
only
if he
once.
came, when did he leave you guys? You guys lost that final in 7-8 or 8-9. That
8-9.
8-9. So he spent
Yes.
9-10. Oh, so it's just one.
No,
Because
no,
he
no, no,
spent
no, no, no.
No,
Sorry, sorry.
no,
We won 8-9, and
no.
we lost. Oh, was
no.
it 8-9? Hold
You
on.
No.
won 07-08.
Yes.
You won 07-08
Yes.
against Chelsea. Then Barcelona beat you. That's the Messi hanging header 08-09.
08-09.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came
Yes.
at
Then
09-10.
he- 10.
09-10.
Yeah,
Then we
Yes.
that was
lost
when.
in
And his first
in
Clasico, it dropped 5-0.
yeah. So 09,
Yes.
nobody
And that
asked
was
you.
in 10.
Nobody asked you.
No, I just had
Nobody asked.
just in case you
Nobody
forgot.
asked you. So 09-10 first season, I think Lyon knocked us out. 0-10-11.
16. Round of 16.
Yeah,
It
round of
was
16.
Barcelona.
No, 09.
Barcelona
Yes.
semi-final.
Yeah, no. Hang on.
Barcelona 10, that was 10-11.
That was 10-11.
That was
Yes. So
10-11.
09-10 was round of 16. Lyon. 0-10-11. I
Yeah.
forget
Yes.
who.
Benzema's
It was
Lyon. Yeah.
Barcelona.
Barcelona was
It was
11.
Barcelona.
It was
No,
10-11, right?
10-11.
No.
10-11. 10-11. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you're
09.
missing 1 year.
Oh yeah. It's
No,
1 year then. This is so
it was 1
confusing.
year.
I'm telling you guys, it's 1 year.
It's 1 year.
See, I literally went to the UEFA Champions League website,
Yeah.
UEFA.com, and I checked it. Barcelona, Bayern, Barcelona, then
No, it was
then you guys
Barcelona
won
once,
it.
right? Ronaldo's
I think it was twice though.
it was Barcelona once. That year that they knocked us out was the same year we won Copa del Rey, that we beat them.
Yes.
That Ronaldo scored the hanging header.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So man,
Yeah.
we don't do
So
old.
anyway,
We don't do old.
Bruh.
you guys are old now.
I said,
So
I
my
saw
second,
Fabregas. Fabregas is about to be Inter Milan's coach. I say, wow.
Bruh.
yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
you guys are getting old.
You say, you guys, show,
Okay,
show,
please,
show,
you're older than me, Obina.
show.
Tolu. So the second part of this Real Madrid discussion,
Yeah.
please, can you tell the audience about Di Maria's last season? Where did he play and how did he perform?
He played in central midfield with Khedira and Alonso for the most part. So he was like Real Madrid didn't typically play with a 10 in the middle, but because of his legs and he knows how to carry the ball forward, he was playing like one of the eights essentially. So it was most of the time Khedira and Alonso or whoever in the midfield, and he was the one bombing forward. So he was pretty much our Modric before Modric kind of like took off. Actually, he played with Modric that last season as well. So he was one of our eights, yeah.
And how did he perform there?
Very good. I mean, he won the man of the match in the final, and which he played 18. You remember that final? He started the final, and Ronaldo, Benzema, and Bale started as well. So he was one of our midfielders.
Okay, thank you. Because people had the argument with me that he never played as through the middle and his wing play was better than central. I'm like, when he started playing central, people were like, wow, this guy is so good in central. How come we've not played him there for a while? And the reason he played there was because you guys wanted to sell him, right? And you're like, you know what, let's just allow him play one more season. And he played through that central because of Bale.
Yeah,
Is that
Bale
correct?
really came to, like, when Bale coming was what kind of like shifted Di Maria's role in, but he had different policies to him where they had to find like a spot for him to see. But again, because of the structure of Real Madrid's attack, you always need runners. That's why Valverde is so important for us today. So he had the legs to kind of like, go box to box if needed and stuff like that. So that's how he ended up in the middle.
Okay, thank you very much. That's what I needed you for on the podcast.
Who was arguing with you? Give me more context, I beg.
Sam is there. Sam is part of the people that were arguing with me that he never played through the center and it wasn't good.
Otito, let me address. Sure, you can modify.
I didn't
First of
modify.
all,
That's exactly
You
what
know,
happened.
I allowed you to
every
talk.
time, bro. Thank you, Sam.
Let me land. First of all, he said Di Maria is always playing as 10, right?
I never said that.
Hold on.
Never said that. You were not in the car.
Hold on.
Oh,
Let me
gosh.
land now. You didn't say it was only one season. Now you're saying one season, right?
These are
I said it's last season.
flame him, expose him.
in his last season. How many of the last seasons was he there for? Like I think last season, like it was multiple. It's just one, right?
Expose him.
Secondly, Di Maria mainly played as a winger, right?
Yes.
Well, you're making it sound like they kept on alternating him. One time he was known as a winger. He played as a 10. He might have done well as a 10. Doesn't mean he was not known as a 10. Because he played it one time doesn't mean, oh, Di Maria is a 10. Nope. Like, you're making it sound like, oh yeah, he's a 10. He's a 10. He's not a 10. He's a winger.
Okay,
And
are you done?
wait, I'm not done, no. You talk first. Let me talk. Then also, he was put to the 10 position to adapt, Abi, to allow accommodate him, Abi.
Yes.
Mr. Madrid.
Yes.
Okay. It wasn't this guy is good at 10. That's why he's playing 10. So
That's not what I said.
That was the season they sold Ozil to Arsenal because it was
it's
going to be
after they sold
between him
Ozil.
and.
Because that's what we're actually now talking about. We're trying to figure out when did Ozil leave and when did he leave. And
He
the
left
period
a
Ozil left
season
is
after.
when he played. Exactly. And that's what we're now confused about. Because Sheo kept on saying, like, he's played 10 multiple times. We're like, wait, when? But at that point, Ozil had left. And that's what we kept on questioning. Like, when did him and Ozil leave?
Yeah, Ozil left before him.
Yeah, Ozil left.
Yeah, so Ozil left before him. Yeah, so that's the only time I know he could have played the 10. But outside of that,
Ozil left 15, 16.
Okay, so the reason why we had that discussion is because of
then
one
he also
person.
said he played 10 for Argentina self.
He did.
I know.
But wait, before you even get to that point,
I know he played 10 for United a couple times. His brief stints. He did play. Remember that?
he did because Mata was on the wings.
Yeah, remember that?
The Leicester City one.
Leicester City, exactly. That goal, that lob that he did. He was playing 10.
So, based on one game, you are rating a player as that position.
No.
Hold on, just wait.
I'm not saying. Hang on.
We're giving examples
now. Tell them.
I don't understand.
Hang on.
Okay, so yes.
Let me clarify real quick. I'm not saying he's a 10. No. I'm just clarifying that he has played. He played in the middle post. Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
Okay, so it was because of one person that discussion came up, Dembele. We're like, Dembele plays through the middle now because of his space and it works for PSG well. And so I said, oh, they should play him the way Di Maria was being played through the middle. And they were like, oh, Di Maria never played through the middle. I was like, are you guys serious? This was before I even got to the... Sam wasn't there when we had that discussion. They were like, he never did. I was like, really? And I said, okay, do you guys know that part of the reason why he was moved there was because they bought a player and he became surplus to requirements. They wanted to sell him. And they were like, you know what? Let him just play there. I never said, oh, this guy is good as 10 or let's try him as 10. No, it was because of being surplus to requirements. And when he now played him there, people were like, oh, this guy's actually good at this position. So let's continue playing him in there. So was that different for what? And then I said, no, that, when was Ozil there? That even got me confused. Like, Ozil, why am I talking about Ozil? When the main reason why he got to play in that middle was because of Bill. And so they now checked the final they played because the final showed that Di Maria played on the wings. Like, that was the information. Like, they put official information. Then I concluded that Di Maria did not play through the middle. So they didn't even see him play through the middle to begin with. So I don't know why they were arguing with me. So that was what even got me aggravated. Like, you guys not see him play through the middle.
To add to that, I think Ozil barely played down through the middle as a pure 10 for us anyway. Like, he was more of like from the right side cutting in. In fact, if anybody caused Ozil to leave, it was Bale's signing. Bale's signing was the one that made Ozil leave. Or that allowed for Ozil to leave to Arsenal, because Ozil was the one attacking from the right most of the time.
Anyway, that's why I brought you here. So let's move on.
I'll just clarify one thing. I know, like, usually, like, Dembele is in the middle, but
that's false now.
Yeah, bro, I feel like that was not really, like, he plays everywhere, left wing, right wing.
Yeah. If you see the way he almost caught this guy today, Cucurella. The shot he played that keeper saved. Oof.
Yeah, but for the most
part, didn't know which leg was going to use. Was it right or left?
For the most part, Cucurella has had a great year and a half. I think for the most part, the Cucurella did well against him, Sha.
He did. I did
Yeah.
though, because even for Cucurella today, maybe something have been different.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to discuss the game today, or Obin, I don't have anything to discuss?
I didn't even watch.
You didn't watch the game?
No, I
No.
did.
It
I
was
did.
fire.
I
It
did.
was fire.
But then
I
the
watched the two
question,
Online.
games.
before we go into that, what else has caught my attention this week? There was something I wanted to bring up.
I can help you. Let me help you. Hold on, let me help you.
Yeah.
Let me help you. So since PSG won Champions League and Arsenal was the best team in Champions League, so Arsenal won Champions League.
Oh.
That's what your manager said. I'm helping you.
No, we haven't talked about the Champions League final. So I've seen a bunch of people saying that it was boring, and
No, it was not.
I think it comes from either. Huh?
I said no, it was not.
Who was that?
Tolu?
No, I said no, it was
Yeah, I think
not
it comes
boring.
from mainly Barcelona fans or anti mainly Barcelona fans I've seen say that it was a boring final. That was a fantastic final in my opinion. I
I
mean,
mean,
yes, Inter
it was
got our play, but
one-sided.
you have to enjoy it. It was one sided. If you love football, you definitely enjoy that game. I'm sorry. What
Mm-hmm.
a performance by PSG.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the best moment in that match was Doué's second goal, and it was
I tell you,
Vitinha's movement and then Dembele's back heel
Dembele's
to him, just
is
incredible,
it is crazy you said that because one of the segments I do on the
incredible.
show is goal of the week, and that was my goal of the week because
The third goal.
that goal was beautiful goal.
Yeah, Sam, what did you say? Sorry, Tolu.
I said the third goal. That was the
Yeah, the
third goal.
third goal. Yeah,
Yeah,
Doué's
but do
second
his
goal and
second goal then.
The third goal. Yeah, no, it was just a thing of beauty because it started from a free kick on the right, PSG's right, by the right
Right
back,
back.
and then
Yeah.
Vitinha works magic. Yep, works magic in there, drifts inside, plays the ball to Dembele, and the thing for me that the thing about that Dembele pass was typically if you back heel, like if you use your heel to hit the
Mm-hmm.
ball,
It goes far.
it goes too
Mm-hmm.
far and too fast.
Yeah.
But he rolled it, so it
Mm-hmm.
just went. Oh man! When I saw, my jaw dropped because I was like, this is fantasy football right now.
Yep. Instincts, man. Like all those kind of you cannot.
And then
That's why you
to
cannot teach
see
that.
to
You can't teach
put it
it.
in Vitinha's path so that it's
Yeah.
just
Part,
perfect
yeah.
and he doesn't break
Free
stride.
stride.
He's run, yeah.
Incredible, incredible,
I
incredible.
also want to give a shout out to um Fabian Ruiz and Jean Neves for that goal because
Mm.
one thing about
Man.
midfielders,
Their movement, yep,
their movement, just they didn't touch
yep,
the ball in that. I mean,
yep.
I think
Yeah,
one of them did, but like the way they were showing angles created that path for that to
yep,
happen. And so even though they
yep,
didn't really like
yep, yep.
to the naked eye, they didn't really have like, you know, jaw dropping performances. The positions they were
Facts.
picking up enabled the whole thing to happen. Yes, the stars were Vitinha,
Okay,
Due, but
good.
those guys, yeah.
Now I have a conversation that everyone can partake in. Good. Before there was something you want to talk about, Sean, right?
Yes, but just talk.
Today's game. So,
Not today's. Yeah.
so I live for this band for this. Does anyone
Oh
think
God.
Zidane was actually a great midfielder?
You people don't like me
Jesus
in this
Christ.
podcast though. You people do
No,
not
no,
like
no,
It's
no,
not
no,
been
no.
that. It's not
you.
been
You
that. It's
No,
not been that.
no. Hear me out.
Tolu, you know what's funny? This guy, when he plays football, you know where he plays?
where
He plays in the middle low.
Which
He plays almost the same position that Zidane played.
which is why I
And
broke
you
it
not
to
make
you.
up him mouth and say, "Do you think it was great?"
No,
Okay,
but no. So what for you guys makes a great midfielder? His
okay.
mind you, I don't care about midfielders like scoring bangers. So that's
no, one of our goals for me
exactly
as a
yeah.
midfielder, receiving the ball, controlling the game, passing,
Controlling the game, very good,
passing,
good.
dictating the pace, slowing the game down, quickening it up, positioning,
Hmm.
opening up, the way you receive your pass, all those things.
I agree with
And see, hold on, no. If you want to know how good a midfielder is, if you have time, and I know you don't like us, go and watch how Ugarte plays.
what?
You understand? Yes. He's going to show you how bad a midfielder can be.
Oh, okay,
That's what I'm telling
okay, so okay, okay,
You
because
you. Stop
scared me.
making.
You scared
So
me.
the thing is,
you scared. I
is
nearly had a heart attack now.
so he's a decent midfielder, but wait now, wait. But there's some things that makes a midfielder stand
So you
out.
said decent.
Hold on,
Okay.
relax. Don't. I'm not saying he's a bad. If it's not decent, it won't be professional. It won't
No,
be on
you
senior
actually
level.
can.
So
No. You can be terrible, but somehow no. You
it's okay. Don't worry. Just
Fellaini
respect
played
him.
football at
Respect
the
his
highest
family.
level. So please don't do that.
Respect his family. Just respect. But what I'm saying is, there's some certain situations where he finds himself that all he needs to do is throw the pass to the right to relieve the pressure because you can see the crowd on your left. No, he's going to pass the ball to the player who is in that crowd and expect the player to perform magic. So all those kind of minor, simple
So actually,
details that a midfielder should. For example, Xavi Hernandez. Part of the reason why I rate him so highly is because of the way he moves in the midfield. He cannot dribble low, but the way he creates space for himself, gets the ball, open up in the right way. You barely see people pressure him because you cannot even get close to him. So those kind of instances, Obina, you play the midfield and you want to disrespect Zizou.
can I
No,
Ah,
ask
he
a
was a
question?
I suppose find him.
Can I
he
ask a
was a,
question?
yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. Before you go, just
Yeah.
the Ugarte thing. I think that part of the problem is the problem with your problem with Ugate's performances is my problem with your coach Ruben Amorim. I think that Ugarte is like when you have limited. Listen, the obviously Obina would know as a midfielder the most dangerous place to give the ball away is in the middle, right? United don't have any
Yep.
options in the middle. Like when he gets the ball, he has very very limited options because of the shape. So I wouldn't be too critical on Ugarte. I mean, yes, he's not like world class jaw dropping, but I
I,
don't think the
I,
system helps him either.
I would I would be critical of every United player because they are not as good as they think they are, and their fans like praise them. So anyway, no. So by the way, I love Zidane. So, but I don't think he's at all like how
No,
people say goat,
no,
right?
no, no,
I don't think
no,
he's there.
no.
I
I
beg.
can't take.
Let's Obina tell us reason.
Let me
What did you
tell you
I,
see?
why. So
What did you see?
so would you rank? So I guess because I was asking this as a question. Would you rank Xavi as a better midfielder than Zidane? I think
no,
if we're all sincere here, the answer should be yes.
no,
Okay.
no,
Would you rank?
I think
Tolu, you said
personally
no,
for
right?
me, no.
No. Okay.
no.
No, too.
Sam.
No for me too.
Wow. So I stand alone here. That's fine.
Wait, what do you
Sometimes.
say?
He said, will you rank Xavi Hernandez ahead of Zizou?
Oh no.
Wow.
Same here, no.
So that's fine. Sometimes you have to stand alone to even
No,
against popular.
Just continue talking, please. Forget about you standing alone. You're standing alone already. Continue.
I know we make it sound easy, but
Yeah. There's so
no.
many nuances to it,
Yeah.
but just talk.
So the reason why I would not do that is for the reasons Sheon described. As a midfielder, you have to be able to control the pace of the game, the tempo of the game. Zidane did not do that while he was
name.
at Juventus.
No.
Hold on, Tolu,
No, no,
just
no.
wait.
He did not do that.
Alive,
Well,
just alive.
actually, he did not do that while he was at
Just
Bordeaux.
alive.
He did not do that while he was at
I know it's
Bordeaux.
painful. Just
He did
alive.
not do that while he was at Juventus. He's a great player, in my opinion, but he's not the best midfielder of all time. I'm sorry. He did not do that while he was at Bordeaux. And at Madrid, how many leagues did he win? One or two, right?
Oh, are we doing
In a
leagues? Okay, so let me no. I can't take
because
sorry.
for
No. I have to
for a
speak my mind.
midfielder to be the greatest of all time.
Obina,
In
Let,
addition
okay,
to in
let,
addition
let me
to
tell you my favorite memory. Let me tell you my favorite memory of Zizou. My
his
favorite memory of Zizou.
Leverkusen
Just 1 point. No.
okay, or World Cup against Brazil.
World Cup against Brazil.
Yes.
Like this is the
Are
guy.
we
This guy
judging
literally stepped on the
exactly?
ball. Wait now. Wait. He stepped on the ball. Everyone was screaming. Everybody shouting. The whole stadium shouting, dancing. He stepped on the ball. Bam. The whole stadium kept quiet.
I,
Everybody kept quiet. Like, what does he want to do?
Ah,
Do you know what it takes to be
wait,
that good?
wait.
That
no.
everybody's like,
Sheon, let me speak.
ah,
You
Having a
people, let
hey,
one
me
man.
speak.
hey.
You
I
people
think
need
Do
to
you know
let
the
me
aura? Do you
speak.
know the aura you need to have?
I
You
think
people
what
need
I'll
to
say,
Aura.
Obina, about Zidane in comparison to like a lot of other midfielders is you see his impact in '98, right? Then in
Mm-hmm.
2002, he wasn't
Thank
with
you.
France.
That's where I was going.
They literally
That's
got
where I
knocked
was
out
When you
going.
say
from.
when you say when you say his impact, when you say hold on, when you say his impact it was just in the final that he has because throughout that World Cup he was not really that phenomenal. I hope we
E-
know
e-
that.
e-
It was
Listen,
just in the
listen.
final. He scored
I
Obina,
two
don't know
goals.
that, but
Again.
if I talk, if I say this about Messi, you want to fight me, you
Ovina,
You
right?
can't
hang
say
on.
that
If I
though.
didn't say this about Messi,
Can I
Yeah.
let me speak real quick? Just sorry. Just give me a moment. I need a moment because
Tolu
I
the
am
vex,
losing my mind.
Again, go
the
for it.
vex.
I'm losing
Go
my
for it.
whole mind. Just
Go
give
for it,
me
King.
one moment, please. I'll prefix this, right? Growing up, I've never like I play football. I have a game tonight. There's nobody. The only player I ever wanted to copy in my whole life was Zidane. Zidane is the reason why I started supporting Real Madrid. So just to give you some context as to how long I've been watching him closely. You said the World Cup '98. This is why like I
Mhm.
get very, very, very careful with goals and assists as like
Mm.
as a measure of performance because like for example, Henry was France's highest goal scorer in that tournament. He had 2 goals. I mean, or 3 goals. Some ridiculous like that. So statistics can be weird, but I want to start from here. You mentioned Xavi at first. First of all, those are two kind of
Mm.
Xavi is a deeper midfielder than Zidane is.
Yes.
But there's no
Yep.
there's no there's no there's no attributes as a midfielder that you need from a midfielder that Zidane didn't have. On the ball and off the ball, he had everything flawlessly. He was a master of all trades in the midfield. He played centrally as a 10, he played deeper as an 8, he played as a left midfield, as a left winger, and he excelled in every single position. The reason why, I mean, I'm glad that Olu was bringing up the his influence on France, right? When he like France went '98 win the World Cup, 2000 won the Euros, 2002 Zidane was injured and they sucked, right? Between 2002 and 2006, I believe he retired after that World Cup. They sucked all through until they brought him back. Mind you, when they brought him back, Zidane was officially retired from not only international, all of football when he came back for that World Cup. He had retired from football and he came back. And if he didn't lose his head, who knows what would have happened in that final? And who knows if France would have won the final again? And that would have been his second
They would
World
have.
Cup, and
They
he
would.
may
They
have
would
won
have.
his third Balon d'Or, right? Zidane's influence goes again is the what we referring to what we how we started the show about like or in the beginning of the show when we're talking about like aesthetically pleasing players and players that impact the game that you don't see on the stat sheet. Zidane is the greatest midfielder that we have ever seen. Like it's not even a discussion. He is the greatest
And
midfielder
No.
that we
and
have ever ever ever
I'll
seen.
just add to the end his impact after he left France, right? Like they struggled for
That's
years
what I'm saying.
until like Mbappe, Pogba, all those like literally 2018 when they got back.
I disagree. So. By the way, guys, I'm not saying that Zidane was not world class or an exception, a great player, but I don't think he's the best midfielder of all time. I think because for me, as a midfielder, right, when you're not even just as a midfielder, because obviously they are different. You can have a deep midfielder, you can have an attacking midfielder. He was neither of those. He was a central midfielder, which
No, he
so
wasn't.
in this modern day, actually, he's a central midfielder.
He wasn't a central
So
like
Zidane
Obina, who's the best midfielder of all time in your opinion?
Javier Hernandez is
Oh, okay. Oh wow.
so let me tell you something.
Oh,
Let me tell you something.
I
Let,
didn't know what you're referring to.
let me
Someone else.
let
Like
me
I
tell you
think
something.
Iniesta is better than Xavi, in my opinion.
To be
Thank
fair,
so
you.
again.
That's where I
is
was going.
actually
That's where I was going.
like
Thank you.
wait, you guys, wait,
let's not
someone say
laugh on
something.
that statement. Xavi is actually a great midfielder.
Yeah,
We're not saying
we're
he's not
not
great.
detesting
Yeah,
that.
but like
We're not
the
saying he's
fact that
not
we're
great.
laughing is like, oh wow, how
There are midfielders
about
that come ahead of him. There are midfielders that come ahead of
that?
him.
If you
So
want to
So
please.
be
I
a
think
midfielder
I
that
think I,
controls the game, Xavi is who you should study. It's that simple.
no, yeah. So like Xavi's impact to a game, I think to
That
most people isn't seen
is
because Naim they run the show.
nine they
Like
run
he's the one
show.
that
He
runs.
don't. He won't
But
give you
even
bangers like
let me add
fantastic
this.
goals.
Even Javi's final season in Barcelona, when he wasn't really starting and all that, they still continued. You didn't really see a major
Because no, no,
impact.
no, no,
And you
no,
know
no.
No,
why?
no,
Because
no, no,
they
You
had
no,
know,
no.
modeled.
because
That
actually,
point. The only reason I don't think that point is valid is
They
because
modeled
Barcelona
everybody.
is a system. Is
Yeah,
a
they
system
modeled
game.
everybody based on
Has
Yeah.
a
him.
very
So
so
can you
systematic.
say the
you are
system
making
assisted
my
Xavi?
No, no,
Olu,
no,
hang
no,
on.
no.
Let me take it
They were
from
the
there. I
You
know
guys
where
are
pioneers
you're
talking
going.
that.
over
Let me
each
take
other.
it.
You
Oh,
guys are talking over each
wait, wait.
other.
So,
Let me just finish because I was talking about Xavi, right? Let me just finish, please. Let me
okay,
just finish,
go ahead.
please. So let me just finish this because I was gonna brush Xavi up, right? So two things. Xavi, the Barcelona system, subsequently, so after Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets in that middle, everything else has tried to replicate that. But the blueprint, the North Star, is around, at least in terms of moving the ball, taking it was Xavi, right? Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets.
You're a joker. You're a joker. You're a joker. For what you just said now, you're a joker because it was those three. It was those three. It wasn't one person.
No,
It
Now,
Xavi.
was those
see,
Xavi
three. It
was
was
Olu,
it was
instrumental.
those three.
Okay,
okay,
okay.
now,
Let me finish my point. One,
go
two,
ahead.
two. The comparison would be Iniesta and Zidane, and again, I'll put Iniesta ahead of Zidane.
Oh my
Three,
God. Oh my
three,
No, no,
God.
no. It's
three,
a fair this thing.
No,
I'm not
no,
detesting
no, no,
your
it's,
reasoning.
no, it's
three.
not. No, it's not. Please, you people,
Wait, wait, let
let's
him finish.
be,
Let him finish.
let,
Let him
no,
finish,
no,
please.
no.
Let him finish, please.
Oh, this is very
Three.
hard.
Let him
The
finish,
role of a
please. Let him finish. Let him
midfielder, the
finish.
role of a midfielder is to, wherever they perform, they make their team better. Zidane might have
And
been
Zidane did that to a high level.
for France,
Zidane did,
but not
so
for
the
his
point I'm
clubs.
even going
I
to
rest
make
my
was
case.
Zidane made worse players better than,
What did he do for Madrid?
think of, think of, like Xavi,
He
Iniesta.
had Guti.
They were
He had
great
Guti.
players. Hang on. They were great players, all-time greats, right? If you come and tell me Xavi's your favorite player, it's not a like. It's like, okay, that's somebody worth being your favorite player. So let me just state that first. But you have to add the Barcelona and Spain tax because when these Xavi and Iniesta, they haven't played outside of the same system. Zidane has excelled in numerous systems in numerous countries. That's one. He hasn't that France team
Bro, when you say
that
he
he took
excelled,
to
he
the
didn't
World
win
Cup
anything
final.
at Juve and Bordeaux, though.
Wait. When that France team that he took to the final in 2006 as an old man, a retiree, go and look at that team, right, and compare it to the teams that Xavi and Iniesta played in and excelled in. No shade,
No, but
no
that
like
France team was
no
good. Oh.
no.
That France team was good.
But Mark, are you
Fancy
serious?
was good. It was a disjointed team. That team barely sucked until Zidane came back. Now, don't you remember that? What's his
What?
name? What's his name? Patrick Ever
Vieira.
interview. No, Patrick
But
Ever interview where he was like, when they were
Evra
sucking
wasn't
and
even
he
there.
came back.
Everyone wasn't there.
No, but he had
Everyone
an
wasn't
interview.
there.
I know, but when he
Ev-
had an
Ev-
interview where
no,
when he
that was
came back,
2010. That was
when
the
Zidane
2010
came back.
World Cup we are talking
I
about.
know. No. 2010 World
It's
Cup, Zidane
2000.
wasn't there.
Nah. Zidane
So
retired 2006.
yeah. But what I'm
That's not.
saying is there's
Evra's
an
interview was
interview,
about
there's an
2010,
interview
no?
online where Evra was joking around and telling Thierry and Vieira and all these guys like, so you guys are not that good without Zidane. Like there's an interview him saying that jokingly, but he was making a point. If France were a good team, that 2002 World Cup, they were defending champions. Zidane was hurt, didn't play the first two games, they got knocked out. When after that World Cup, he retired from international football. He didn't play for France again, if I'm not mistaken. Between 2002 and 2006, France sucked. That's the reason why he came back. The reason why Zidane came back to France is because they sucked.
He needed
And the
money.
fact that he came back
He
to
needed
a
He
money.
said
team
they
that
did money.
sucked. right? It came back to a team that sucked. When I say team that sucked, I don't mean like the individual players sucked, but as a team, they suck. He came back as a team that sucked, as a retiree, and took that team to the World Cup final and almost won the Balon d'Or as a retiree. This is not anybody's mate. Javi is great. Iniesta is great. Both of them alone cannot carry a team the way Zidane does. Facts.
I disagree with that, brother.
They cannot carry a
Okay,
team.
let's move forward.
So,
Wow,
but
you think
I
about
have one
ourselves.
last question before we move forward. So, based on what you're saying, Obina, is like, if Xavi joined any other team, like, his influence would have been consistent. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just asking.
I would say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Of course, you
Okay,
say
that's
yes.
fine. That's fine. Let's move forward. Let's move on, please. We are just beating ourselves. Okay. Each one of us we have like 2 minutes. I'm going to time you guys. Please tell me or tell us about your season, your club season, minus Obina. So I will want Olu to go first. 2 minutes. I'm timing you guys.
I mean, Arsenal season, I'll give it a 5/10. You know, the reason I give it a 5/10 is like, second, very disappointing second. I mean, usually if you come second, you should be excited, but second was disappointing. Especially because we really did not compete for that league this season. Let's be real. So in Premier League, I'll say probably 5/10. Champions League, we exceeded. Or we hit my expectation, to be honest. So I'll say probably like 8/10 Champions League. Carabao Cup semi-finals again. Disappointing loss to Newcastle. So probably like a 3/10 in that. FA Cup 0/10. So if you average everything out, it's probably, if you average
They
everything
list them
out,
like cons.
it's probably like a 5/10.
Cons. What's the GPA?
Eh?
I see they list them like cons.
GPA,
What?
CGPA.
So if you average everything out, it's probably like a 5/10, 4, 5/10.
So average.
Yeah, it
Average.
was very average. But if you look at Grand Senior, it's probably you did great, but in reality, it was average, in my opinion.
Okay. So very last question. Do you think you guys will do better next season?
It all depends on the transfer window, man. It's literally
No, let's say as is. Let's say as is.
As is? No.
Yeah.
When I gave you 5, you now go the next season again the same way.
Okay, so what do you expect you guys to what position do you guys need to buy that you think is going to improve you guys? Minus striker, please.
Winger, midfielder, defender, goalkeeper. I see we're about to buy Kepa, as a backup goalkeeper, so that's good to me.
Really?
So 5 positions.
Oh, wow.
At least 5 players, 5, 6 players.
Do you guys have the money for it?
I mean, they should. They didn't buy anybody like that like last year, so they should be having money for that.
Okay. Thank you. Samuel, how was your season and what's the expectation for next season?
Well, spoke about this last time. Our season overall, I'll give it like an 8/10. And reason being, especially for the Premier League or the season in general, no one expected much from us, especially with no signings. We signed a player who his career is, I guess, written off. And
Who's that?
Keyshia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was the only signing.
Because of his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I said, and that was the only signing too, which made your season impressive, yeah.
Yeah, that was literally the only signing. But anyways, long story short, Premier League wise, I'll give it a 10/10. I think we only lost 2 games the entire season. It's incredible.
No, 3. We lost 3.
3?
Nottingham Forest,
Brighton, Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean those
No,
last
yeah.
those last 2 losses.
That Chelsea game. That Chelsea game, we don't finish. Our season was already done.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
those last 2 losses.
You only lost
Yeah.
how many in the season now?
Yeah. I forgot about that one. We're already in Ibiza at that point. But anyways, when regards to Champions League, I can't say I expected better, but since we got beat by PSG, I'll say it's like a 7/10.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well,
Come on,
I'm doing it.
in round of 16.
I'm doing it because in the league, with the new format,
Yeah, you were first.
nobody expected that. We did good. But anyways, overall, I think and this is all an afterthought because, to be honest, I didn't expect much this season from us. But afterthoughts, I was expecting we could have won at least two competitions. We lost in the final of the Carabao Cup. That was actually disappointing. But overall, I'll still give it a 8/10. Next season, I do expect us to do better in other competitions, especially with the signings that we are trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
Wet and what's his name? Frimpong. And we're still going to get Kekes,
Mm-hmm.
and we're still planning on getting one more a
Striker.
striker.
Mm-hmm.
So then possibly another centre back.
Mm.
So with that, I think we should be expecting. I'll be expecting big things from them next season.
Are you winning the league again next season? Are you defending it?
We would compete to defend it, but I don't know if we'll win it.
Okay. Tolu, 2 minutes. I'm even timing you. You in particular, I'm timing you.
Excuse me.
Let's go.
Don't talk to the kings of Europe like
It has started.
that.
Kings of Europe.
I'll give
Not
my season.
anymore.
It's still Kings of Europe. Don't worry. All this we're just borrowing
You
the
take
trophy.
you take part of your time. You
Yeah,
take
no
part of your
problem.
time.
Nah, you know we're a benevolent king, so just sometimes we borrow our trophy sometimes, but we'll get it back. I'll give my season 6.5. I think that we were a very disjointed team. I mean, it was obvious for everyone to see how disjointed we were. I'll give the team and Carlos some slack because we played pretty much all season without our starting defense. Cavajal was gone was pretty much all season. Militao was gone pretty much all season. Alaba was gone pretty much all season. Felamendi was gone half of the season. Rudiger was gone like a fourth of the season. Like so, with all that chopping and changing in the back, like I do give them some slack, but I think the reason why I give them a 6.5 is more of how disjointed we were going forward. I think just fitting the Mbappe piece, and Mbappe kind of like accepting that he's a 9 now instead of like running away from his responsibilities. I think that's why I give it a 6.5. I mean, we came second in the league. We got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and we lost in the Cup final and the Super Cup final as well. So with a depleted team, so it wasn't too bad, but it could have been way better.
Okay, so what's the expectation next season
Expectations
in terms of
with
where to get to? Yeah.
yes, I mean I expect us to reach at least the semi-finals of the Champions League next season. I expect us to win the league next season. We are not notoriously good at winning the Copa del Rey for some reason. I expect us to win the league. I expect us to win the Super Cup, and at the very least, semi-finals of the Champions League, if not win it all.
Okay. United 0.1 for obvious reasons. 0.1. That 0.1 is because they showed up. If not, it would have been 0.
Attendance.
Because they wrote their names. Because they wrote their name correctly. In fact, even they write their name correctly, it would have been 0. It's been an horrible season, and I don't think I need to go into reasons why it was horrible. We finished 15th or I don't even know where we finished, 14th or 15th or whatever.
15th.
And 15th, we got to the final of Europa League that we were thinking, okay, it'll be a consolation. We won't have seen anything different, but made anything differently. But it would have been a consolation. And we lost it to Spurs. And that's it. Nothing exciting, nothing. And I personally do not look forward to next season because I don't think we will do any better. I don't think
So even with
there's anything to
Konya
look forward to.
and
Bueno.
Buemo,
Mbemo. Uh, honestly, players have come into United and I won't say flopped, but has gotten into the mode of the bad culture of not wanting to win things. So I won't blame those players personally, but the culture at United right now is rotten from head to toe. Aside from the manager, they are sacking backroom staff, they are sacking people that are helping the club, the people that work in the canteen, the kids man, someone that is like those people that are doing paperwork, you know, And when there's no love, when everybody's not happy, you go into an establishment and everybody's head is down. Of course, it bleeds into the pitch. So we will see if those two signings and more signings will see if they would lift us up. But I personally, I'm not looking forward to it. And that's it. That's it for us. Okay, quickly, who's winning the Nations League on Sunday? Portugal or Spain?
I mean, you can't put it.
I mean, to
Spain
be
has
honest, it's looking like Spain, man, because they have
Yeah.
a team. They're more of a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be supporting
I feel like Spain's
Portugal,
going to
of
spank
course,
them
but I think
so badly that it will be an ISO. It will be an ISO because I don't think, because see the way Spain played France today, if they do the same way and even up the ante, Portugal, they don't have the answer to you
I think
because
Portugal might surprise you guys, sure. It's not going to be a spanking that you expect.
I
but they will
want
not win.
Portugal,
So what's the
I,
point?
but
I think, well, I don't know, sure. I think Portugal might win.
yeah.
I want Portugal to win, though, but I
No, no,
doubt.
no. Pick your mind. Which one? What do
No, I'm saying I know Spain is winning, but I want Portugal to
you?
win.
Yeah, I think
That's what I'm
Portugal will
saying.
shock
Yeah.
Spain. I
Okay.
think
Okay,
so.
just to
I mean, that'll be good for me, Sha.
just to throw a ranch, I think Portugal will win. Let's split it like that.
Okay, so 2-2. All right. Thank everyone for this. This is the last episode for this season. We might be doing summer series. We've not decided yet. We want to try something different during this summer, but we'll see. Antonio might be involved in that too, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you everyone for listening to this point, and I hope we have a great summer. Go out there, take vacation like Olu. Contact him for travel advisory. He knows a lot of things. If you want to go to anywhere in Africa, contact him for a small amount, for a small fee. Thank you everyone.
Before you go, sorry,
Yeah,
Shehu. After this
yeah,
episode, I want it to be known that I'm
yes.
putting a query in for the heartache that you people caused me in this episode. From the
It's
Zidane
Obina.
talk,
Specify the person's name.
Obina. I'm going to
To Ronaldo, to
report
Madrid.
a claim because you people stress me out this episode.
HR will be willing to listen to you. All right. Thank you everyone, and have a good summer. Bye bye.
Peace.